Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. My baby romance around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure.
So click at the ticket, let's see your seatbelt fasten. Trunk rattling like two midgets in the backseat wrestling.
Your favorite Grammy-winning duo, Outkast, the creators of the iconic Ms. Jackson, once dominated hip-hop with their boundary-pushing sound, suddenly left fans heartbroken. Their unexpected split shocked the world, but what really drove them apart? The truth is more surprising than you'd imagine. We all could see that they were not meant to last, given how different their personalities were. But they definitely delivered some of the most iconic songs. Andre 3000 was the creative, artsy half of Outkast. Big Boy was a cool, sharp-talking rapper. They met in high school and bonded over their love for groups like A Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul. Their differences made their music unique, but also caused tension.
I mean, we can give a fuck about his music. That's my buddy, you know what I'm saying? But first and foremost, like, I slept on the floor of his bedroom in my high school year in high school, you know what I'm saying, to graduate. Like, we like making music, and we got personal lives, you know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna see us hip to hip all the time.
And from these iconic songs comes an outrageous moment where the 1995 Source Awards come in. Outkast just won Best New Artist, but instead of cheers, they get boos from the crowd. Why? Because back then, hip-hop was all about East Coast versus West Coast. Nobody was checking for the South. Then the most controversial moment happened.
But it's like this though, I'm tired of folks, you know what I'm saying? Them closed-minded folks, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got a demo tape and don't nobody want to hear it, but it's like this, the South got something to say, that's all I got to say.
When Andre 3000 stepped up, cool as ever, and dropped the mic, that changed everything. It wasn't just a clapback, it was a warning. Outkast wasn't here to follow the rules, they were here to rewrite them. And guess what? They did. But that moment also lit a fire under Andre. The pressure, the doubt, the industry's resistance, it all pushed him further into his own creative world. While Big Boy held it down for Southern rap, Andre started drifting towards something different. As they were growing up, their different personalities started to become more evident in their albums and performances. Turns out, changing hip-hop wasn't the only drama on Outkast's plate. They also had to fight some crazy lawsuits. First up, the Rosa Parks mess, their 1998 hit. Rosa Parks was a smash until the real Rosa Parks sued them. She said they used her name without permission and didn't like lyrics like, "Everybody move to the back of the bus." Outkast argued the song honored her, but the lawsuit lasted years before finally ending in a settlement. Since the song wasn't really about Rosa Parks, despite the title, and wasn't pretending to be from her, Outkast had a strong case. But why did they settle? Fighting Rosa Parks in court looked bad. Nobody wants to be the guys who sued a civil rights icon. So they likely settled to avoid the PR nightmare, possibly donating to causes she supported. Right after that, the duo faced another trademark challenge when an Atlanta-based dance group attempted to call themselves Atlians. Hello. Though it was a clear nod to Outkast's seminal 1996 album ATLIENS. That's Outkast's album title. Big Boy and Andre weren't having it. Big Boy and Andre swiftly took legal action to protect their intellectual property, proving they weren't about to let anyone capitalize on their hard-earned legacy. By 2003, Outkast stood at the top of hip-hop alongside legends like Jay-Z and Eminem. But behind the scenes, something unexpected was happening. The iconic duo was growing in completely different directions. Their double album Speaker Box, The Love Below, would become both their biggest success and the clearest sign of their coming split. Andre 3000 was changing fast. After 4 classic albums in just 7 years, he'd grown tired of traditional rap. "What am I supposed to rap about now? Colonoscopies?" he'd later joke. He packed up for Los Angeles, chasing acting roles while transforming his music into something completely new. The Love Below half of the album mixed pop, jazz, and funk, with Andre singing more than rapping. Dressed in wild outfits like kilts and wigs, he worked alone in LA studios, imagining each song as a character in a movie. Fans started whispering, was Andre quitting Outkast? Meanwhile, Big Boy stayed true to their roots. While Andre experimented, Big Boy crafted Speaker Box, the kind of hard-hitting Southern hip-hop that made Outkast famous. Hits like The Way You Move kept the party going, but Big Boy felt the pressure. With Andre drifting away, he became the keeper of Outkast's legacy. "We're like brothers," Big Boy would say, but brothers fight.
Me and Dre has always been about the music. You know, it's never been about who we was or who got locked up or, some kind of controversy. It's just like we just make some mind-blowing music. And, to kind of keep things up or keep up a bunch of mess, people try to throw something in it to make it seem bigger than what it is.
The making of the album showed how far they'd grown apart. They recorded over 120 songs separately before choosing just 39 for the final album. There were small collaborations. Andre produced a few tracks for Big Boy's half, while Big Boy appeared on some of Andre's songs, but these felt more like polite nods than true teamwork. When Speakerboxxx The Love Below won Album of the Year at the 2004 Grammys, it should have been their greatest moment. Instead, it felt like a farewell.
Chris Vermouth, Kevin K.D. Davis.
I can't even believe it. Come on. I want to bring Mr. L.A. Reid up here, man. Come on up here for me real quick, though. One time, Mr. L.A. Reid.
Andre soon focused on acting, eventually playing Jimi Hendrix in a biopic, and even surprised everyone by releasing flute music years later. Big Boy kept making solo rap albums, proving hip-hop was still his home. The truth? Simple Andre 3000 stopped rapping because he ran out of things to say. In a revealing 2023 interview, the Outkast legend explained, "People think I'm sitting on secret rap vaults, but honestly, I've got nothing. Trying to force it feels fake."
I don't necessarily like looking back, and I wouldn't want to be in a place where I'm doing it on some, just because I'm trying to meet an expectation.
Right.
At 48, he joked about the absurdity of rapping about adults.
People think, oh man, he's just sitting on raps, or like he's just holding these raps hostage. Like, I ain't got no raps like that. Like it actually feels, sometimes it feels inauthentic for me to rap.
Not only that, he made a joke about his eyesight, saying,
Because I don't have anything to talk about in that way. Like, I'm 48 years old, and not to say that age is a thing that dictates what you rap about, but in a way it does. And like, things that happen in my life, like, what do you talk, like, I gotta go get a colonoscopy? Like, what do you, what do you rap about? You know what I mean? Like, my eyesight is going bad. Like,
he compared his situation to retired boxers. They might do exhibition matches, but they're not seriously competing anymore. Even the 2014 Outkast reunion tour proved this point painfully. Fans expecting magic instead got awkward vibes, with Andre visibly going through the motions. One brutal review called it a nostalgia act missing its spark. Behind the scenes, Andre admitted he felt completely out of practice and overwhelmed by the spotlight after years away. Different places, and maybe that's okay. After changing music forever, they'd earned the right to follow their own paths. Despite all the drama, Outkast's journey to stardom is an inspiring story of creativity and impact. They exploded onto the scene in 1994 with their debut album, whose breakout single, Players Ball, put Atlanta hip-hop on the map. Their next albums, Aquamini and Stankonia, broke new ground, mixing daring sounds with hits like Ms. Jackson that redefined what rap could be. Beyond music, they became fashion icons. Andre's wild turbans and colorful outfits clashing perfectly with Big Boy's smooth style, making a bold statement against hip-hop's usual trends. More than just entertainers, Outkast became cultural pioneers who constantly reinvented the game while staying true to their Southern roots. These days, you'll find Andre exploring new creative frontiers, from acting roles to his surprising pivot into experimental flute music with New Blue Sun. Meanwhile, Big Boy has been building his own empire, dropping solo projects while diversifying into real estate investments and giving back through his youth foundation. Outkast's breakup wasn't about beef, it was about evolution. Their legacy? Unmatched. But as Andre once said, authenticity over everything. Will they reunite? Well, never say never.